Welcome everyone to my second virtual book launch party for Co-Create with Confidence. Some of you know that I wrote this book in 7 days and got it published in 90. Say what? Woo! Well, I tell you that when you hear a message and you just follow through with that message, everything just kind of falls into place. So I'm excited to be able to share this book, not only with you, but with the world. I was excited when my publisher published it out. And then when it got on Amazon, it's available on Amazon and other places. She's told me I've sold a book in Italy, y'all. I've sold 2 in Italy, 1 someplace else I've never heard of before. So it's like the book is international. And I'm thankful because this means the world to me to be able to share this message of confidence in today's world. I think it's important that people can own their confidence and walk in it. So I just want to go over some of the how I'm doing my book launch because it is virtual, right? Normally it's at a bookstore, but we won't act like we're in a bookstore with the lights and everything and with y'all books, you know what I'm saying? So I like for you to drop in a chat if you've gotten a preview or if you've gotten a book. And if you got your book, I want you to wave that book. I want you to wave that book because it's right here and my assistant is going to take a picture if you have the book, right? And if you gotten the preview, let me know that you got the preview as well in the comments or the chat. And if you haven't, please let me know because I want this not to be a stopping stone for you. I want you to get a taste of what the book is like, and it's free. So just let me know and I will get that information to you. Hi, D. Austin. I think I know your first name, but if you could share it in the chat, I don't want to call you by something else. Hey, Charity. Yes. Okay. Stacy won't be able to be on camera. No problem. If you got the book, just type book in the chat. And if you're in need of the preview, say, send me the preview and I'll send you the preview. But if you have the book and you're okay with showing it, I like Elijah to take a picture with it. So I'll put mine right here so you can see it. Can everybody put their, can you put it?
Okay, 1, 2, 3. Got it. Thank you, guys.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Yes, and my sister's got the book. Daytwan, nice to see you here, Daytwan. Thank you so much for joining this virtual book party. I'm just going over what is involved with this virtual book party. So if you don't have the book, don't be like, oh, well, I'm not a part of it. You can be a part of it by getting at least a preview of the book, and I'll send that to you. And if you have the book, great. We're going to talk today about the second step that is involved with building your confidence. Another part of this book launch is that I'm donating proceeds to the Revive and Release Society. So I will give an opportunity for the founder of that society to talk. And I also want to share with you that I'm giving a giveaway, a swag bag for those that, when you go through a book, sometimes it jogs your memory on something else that you want to do. And that's what I love about reading and what I love about confidence. Now, I know y'all are confident about something in one area of your life. If you could share what that is in the chat, I would love to hear what you're most confident about. Most confident about being confident. I'm just keep it real, okay? That's my expertise. Being confident is my expertise. But what are you most confident about? Share that in the chat. And as you read this book, you'll realize there are other things that you want to do that you just don't feel like you're confident in. But I want you to realize it starts with where you currently are at with your confidence in order to build and gain where you want to go with the things that you want to do in your life. So drop in the chat what you're confident on, and know that at the end of this book launch in September, I'll be releasing to my book readers and my email audience a list of people who are confident in their areas like real estate, confident in their areas of emotional intelligence, confident in their areas of health, confident in the areas of sales. So there are areas that we want to be confident in. And I thought, why not use this platform? Why not use this book launch to gather those people who are confident in those areas? And at least it gives a spark, right? That you can start that conversation with someone else that might be confident in the area that you lack confidence in. So at the end of this book launch, I'll be giving away, well, actually not me, but my confidence experts have agreed to give a giveaway to you to share with you on what they have found helps them build their confidence in their area of expertise. And I thought that was like phenomenal. So I just want to give a shout out to all of them. I will give them a chance to speak so that you can hear from them themselves what their expertise is. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. And I'd like to introduce Devin Covington. Devin, would you please come to the mic and share with us where the proceeds of this book will be going from July to September?
Hello, everyone. Hello. Thank you again for having me. My sister Charlene, telling you we've been riding together for a while now. And I just want to again tell you just how much of a blessing it is that you're having us here. The proceeds are going to a nonprofit that is currently in the chute to be launched, Revive and Relief Society. Our mission is to provide our children and their communities with comprehensive services that will enable them to be productive members of society. What we mean by that is we're going to split our house into two pathways, one helping the parental side of the house and the other side helping the youth. And we are going to step in and allow these people who feel like they are lost or don't have support in ways that they need to be able to have mediations, conversations that they're having with their spouses or significant others that are causing turmoil and disarray in their child's life by exposing them to that negativity or aggression. We are also putting out youth cleaning services and jobs to help teach these children life skills on how to take care of themselves and their property and be able to give back into the communities that we push them into. So just to give y'all a little bit of a wave talk, I was raised with the mindset that it takes a village to raise a child. And our people have had plenty of opportunities to drop that ball because there has never really been a full example of how to carry it. Well, the American people have no problems putting their money, their time, and their effort into entities. So I figured, why not build an entity whose sole purpose was to be that village for these children, where our people can hold us accountable and ensure that the best foot forward is being put for their youth and for themselves.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Awesome. So like I said, any book that is purchased between July and September, the first 90 days, a portion of the proceeds will go to the Revive and Relief Society. So I want to let you know, not only you helping my mission, but you're also helping the mission for the Revive and Relief Society. And I just want to give a round of applause for that, because most people don't realize that it can be a connection of just one thing that ripples out into another. And I want to make sure that that's a part of my process in any and everything that I do. Now I'd like to introduce some of my experts, and we'll start with Stephanie. Stephanie is an expert in healthcare. And Stephanie, I'd like for you to share with us what you're giving away and how you keep your confidence in your area of expertise.
Charlene, I have been on this journey of self-awareness, personal growth, personal empowerment since my early 20s. And along at the same time was when I started the journey to health and wellness and eating healthy and taking care of my body, by, exercise, working out. And that has been something that has carried me throughout my adult life. And so my life is a byproduct of being intentional and making those choices. And I take that to the next level with being so incredibly intentional with what I allow myself to read or be exposed to. From, every morning I sit in my sacred space, I start my day that way. And and there are various things that I may be partaking in, like meditation, guided visualization, writing down goals, or even just scrolling social media, wishing people happy birthday. There's a myriad but it's all about starting my day and setting it up for success, putting my mind and my soul in the right space. And where my confidence comes from is the realization that happens through being so focused and intentional on that I am the creator, that through what I choose, my choices are what creates my reality. And it doesn't mean that life is perfect. It doesn't mean that you don't have obstacles or challenges, because you sure do. But it's about I've cultivated and created these tools that I've used in my own life to feel fulfilled, to feel passion, to feel elated excitement. And that is what where what I like to say, my radio dial or my antenna are tuned into those frequencies because at the end of the day, that's what we want to feel. We want to feel happy. We want to feel fulfilled, purposeful. We want to feel elated excitement and joy and peace of mind and freedom. And it's like, okay, what lights you up? What lights you up, Charlene, may be different than what lights me up. And that personal awareness, that self-discovery is so incredibly important. I was having a conversation with my nephew today, who's 21 years old. And I'm like, start early with that self-awareness journey. And that's what I love about you, Charlene, when I had you on Empowered Conversations. And this is what your book does. Like, I marked, like on page 15, knowing, like, list your talents. What are your talents? So many people, like, if you ask them, what do you like about yourself? They're like, oh, I don't know. You say, list your experiences that support talents, identify which talents light you up, make you smile. And, you and I, and I'm sure everybody on this call gets that. And we practice that. It's not something, it's like going to the gym. You don't go to the gym once and you have a hot physically fit body. It's something that you do. And it's something that when you're on this journey, I'll be on this journey till I'm no longer on the earth, because there's always, as long as we're breathing, there's more we can discover. There's more awareness that we can bring into our life. So the confidence with me is I see the result and the reality of being intentional in my choices.
Love it, love it, love it. Thank you so much for sharing. She's got a dope calendar to give away in terms of some things you can do from a health perspective. That will be a part of the giveaway. So thank you so much, Stephanie, for sharing. I'm gonna hop over to my favorite girl, Stacey Hall. I know you can't be on camera, Stacey, but I hope you can unmute your mic and share with us, how you're confident in sales, and just tell us
just really quickly. Yeah. Thank you. I'm dealing with something, but I didn't want to miss this at all. I'm in confidence in sales is all about making sure that we are in complete alignment with what we're selling, that it fits with our values, it fits with our strengths, it fits with our own past experience, so that when we have something we want others to know about, we can be just as passionate about it as Charlene is about sharing her message through this book and through her courses. So that's the key for me, is not getting outside of our comfort zone where we don't know what there is to do and we have to rely on other people to tell us, but getting back into our power zone where we can be a powerful, brilliant lighthouse, standing for something, standing on our foundation of strength, and being a light to other people who are looking for that light because they're lost, confused, and they don't have solutions to their problems.
Love it. So Stacey is sharing with you how to be the lighthouse, okay, in this virtual digital swag bag. And I just want to let you know she has been a mentor to me, and I am thankful for her for everything she's instilled upon me, because it's still moving. You know what I'm saying? It's still moving forward. And that's the thing, what I love about reading and just making connections with people, is that it just doesn't have to end there. And the thing about books, right, is that we'll get a book and sometimes we don't do anything with it. And that is such a detriment, because there is so much that we are excited about, but then we just put it down. And so really what I wanted to do with this book launch was make sure that we got a chance to talk about some of the things and open it up and have a discussion, because that's how it stays with you. As I mentioned, Stacey has taught me so many things, and I'm still developing in that. There are things that you're going to pick up when you read this book that you didn't know, but I want you to continue to develop those techniques or those tips and strategies that I put inside the book. So Stacey, thank you so much for joining.
My pleasure. Very honored to be here, and so delighted. You're giving me more credit than I deserved. We talked about some marketing techniques, and you had some ideas for books. So to see what you've developed on, since our time is really very fabulous. Congratulations.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. So LaKendra, my girl, she is a real estate expert, and I want her to share with you. If you could unmute the mic. And if y'all don't know, I'm also a real estate entrepreneur. Like we wear many hats, right? But I always wasn't confident. But I started somewhere, and I want you to know LaKendra's your girl in terms of if you're getting started. So LaKendra, if you could unmute yourself and share with us how you stay confident in your area of expertise, love.
Okay, everyone, can you hear me? See me? Okay, thank you so much. It is a pleasure to be on today, to meet everyone. Charlene, congratulations. I am so proud and just seeing the growth that you. Can you all hear me? I can't hear you all though.
No, we can hear you, darling.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so I was congratulating you, just seeing the growth from when we initially met. I'm so excited. I'm so excited for your journey and the book. So congratulations. And thank you for the introduction. As Charlene said, I'm Kendra. I'm a broker here in Houston. And I also am an advocate for confidence. I am a mentor. I'm a motivator. I specialize in working with new and aspiring real estate agents, and specifically because more than 60% of agents don't make it past their first 2 years in the career. And many of them do not because they have failed to find their niche, find their lane, find their voice, find their confidence. And my goal is to help them on that journey because I want to see them meet and exceed that 2-year mark. I do believe that being able to identify what it is that is important to you. Someone mentioned before, your values. That's important. And once you know that and identify that, I think it will make everything else easier. Your purpose and your work will fall in line from there. So I really just have a passion for helping agents to find themselves, what it is about this career that drives them to do it, because you definitely want to have a motivation outside of money in this career. And I want to help these agents to find what that motivation is. So it is a pleasure to meet everyone today. And again, I believe that many of us share the same commonality with what it is that we do, and maybe we just have different focal areas. I definitely think that what I do extends outside of the career of real estate.
Love it, love it. Thank you so much for sharing, LaKendra, and being part of the Digital Swag Bag Girl. Next up is Charity. Charity, can you please unmute yourself and introduce yourself? This is my sister, Charity.
Hey friends, it's nice to see all of you and love the energy of tonight's call very much. My name is Charity Goodwin. I'm in St. Louis, Missouri. I'm a pastor as well as an EQ practitioner. So I practice emotional intelligence, and I love it. It has been the thing that's changed my life the most. I would maybe say next to Jesus. So it's pretty high up there for me. And I would say that, the statistics say that people who practice EQ are 22% more likely to be high performing. And that high performance isn't just in the workplace. It also looks like what your everyday relationships look like. It's been one of the most surprises that people that I'll get to work with have experienced. Like, oh, my boss is cool, but like my relationship with my spouse is better. Like, yeah, because you different. And so I love being able to support people and all those amazing ahas that they get to have. My piece in the swag bag is around compassion fatigue, supporting people with some EQ around that, offering up 5 tips to help with that. I kind of bring in some of my grandmama stories as well as some EQ and really try to help make it practical and accessible. So it's a video with a workbook. Happy to be on the call, and likewise supportive and excited for you, Charlene, for all this, just the beginning. So
it is. That's the thing about it, especially like when you discover it, right? What I loved about what LaKendra was saying is when you discover the real root of why you're doing what you're doing, it isn't about the money. You know what I'm saying? It is about the purpose that you're set here to do, and it just drives you. So I'm excited that these ladies have been able to partake. I know that Charity, you're not feeling well, so I understand if you have to step up a little early. But for those that aren't here, I want to just share with you, I also have someone who is very good at publishing. Okay, so my publicist, she is also a part of the Digital Swag Bag, and she will help you in your journey if you're looking to purchase a book or get confidence on, not purchase a book, build write a book. She's helped me tremendously in repurposing this book because I wrote it and then I came to her and said I need to do it for a different audience, and she helped me do that. Then I also have Lakeisha, and she is an expert in finance. So if you are like, oh, I need to get my financial makeover done, or I need to figure out what are my options in order for me to maintain or build my finances, Lakeisha also has a free giveaway where you can connect with her for a few minutes and kind of just look at where you're at and see how we can improve your finances. So I'm just going to do a recap, right, of all the ones that are participating in the Digital Swag Bag that I'll be giving at the end of the book launch, and that is the real estate with Lakendra, the sales with Stacy, and publishing with my publisher Crystal Lee. Health is with Stephanie McPherson. She's got an awesome book out there too called what's the book, girl? I forget. Is the Frickalicious? Can't never say that big. The book. Go ahead, you say
It's actually it's D frickin' licious.
Oh.
Healthy is delicious. It's silly and fun.
That's right, because life is about having fun, and whatever you do is about having fun. And my girl in Shaker knows what I'm talking about. I see you, girl. I see you, girl. Also, we have Mindset, Natasha Robinson. She's not on the call. She was on the first call, but she has an awesome program and a course that she is giving away as a part of the Digital Swag Bag that I encourage you to check out, because it's about being in your REM state. Y'all know when you go to sleep and stuff like that. So she kind of talks more about that and how it can help you stay confident in what it is that you're trying to do. And then, like I said, Charity with emotional intelligence, and Lakeisha Mead on finance. So those are the areas that I have included, or they have participated in this Digital Swag Bag. And I encourage you to look out for that email, because it will be coming out. And I'm going to be working with you guys, if you don't mind. I need a picture of you, because I think it's so much better in today's society that it not just be a book, but we see who we're talking to. So if you could send me a picture that I can use to put up with this Digital Swag Bag, I greatly appreciate it. Awesome,
Charlene,
awesome.
can I give a little clarity? Because I don't think I was clear on my giveaway, and I'm sorry to everyone, but I am doing a one-on-one mentor consultation. It'll be a free 30-minute session with anyone, as well as an invite to my next masterclass, which is overcoming objectives and dealing with difficult clients, which will be later next month.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. So as a recap for those that are coming in, at the end of the Digital Swag, at the end of the book launch, you'll get a Digital Swag Bag of all these others who are confident in their area of expertise, and they'll give you a chance to talk with them, or a course or a book or something that can give you some guidance on how to be confident in that area. And then, like I said, if you purchase the book, thank you so much to those that have purchased the book. I would love to know if you could put an Amazon review, or if you got it from Amazon, if you could put an Amazon review. Little do you know, but or little did I know, that the more that you have reviews, right, as I learned in this process, is being my first one, okay, the more reviews you have on a book on Amazon, the more people it reaches out to. So if you purchase a book on Amazon, please, please, please don't forget to put out a review, because that's another way that we can get the message out about being confident in what it is your career and life goals are. So, but again, from July through September, all proceeds will be going to the Revive and Release Society, who spoke earlier with Devin Covington. So that's just a little bit about this, but I want to share now my story, right? Because we talked about what it is everybody is confident in, but I want to share why I'm so confident in my area. And it starts with when I relocated. Okay, so I relocated from the north to the south to join my husband in at an Army base. Okay. And despite my few years of experience and accomplishments, I found myself deemed as overqualified and jobless. And I'll never forget applying for a position that was my degree and being denied the position not once, but twice. I mean, not even to get an interview. And I tell you, it was like a shocker for me. And even after obtaining that same position, I was falsely accused of my credentials. I was accused that I didn't do the accomplishments that I had stated on my resume. And it just felt like, what is happening to me? And I was told to just be thankful, okay? And don't rock the boat. Can you relate to being in a position where you felt like you were undervalued or overlooked? If that's something you've ever experienced, I'd like you to drop it in the chat, okay? Because I want you to think about that time where you felt like you just were excluded. I want you to close your eyes for a moment and go back to that moment where you felt like you were meant for this, but somehow there was a bunch of X's, there was a bunch of no's, right? What was your voice saying in that moment? What was your voice saying in that moment? I kept hearing a voice say, I was meant for more. And my talents were meant for the greater good, which prompted me to write, Stop Settling, You Were Designed for Greatness, because the voices in my environment started to drown my voice. So much so that I could barely hear it, and I lost the drive. It dimmed my light. And once I realized that others' lights were dim, that others' drive was lost, I decided that I was going to stop settling. And I decided that I was designed for greatness. And I chose to think that this not rock your boat mentality was, I really felt like it was just to keep you silenced or to keep your light and keep you limited in your possibilities and keep you limited in your greatness. Now, I don't ride a boat as much as I drive a car. And so I've developed my 3-step car method to help you build your confidence when you are surrounded by others that wish to dim your light, that wish to silence your drive. Can anyone say vroom, vroom? Say vroom, vroom in the chat for me, okay? Vroom, vroom, because it's time to move. It's time to step out of this idea that we have to be limited. I truly believe we can live a limitless life. And I believe that he has showed me through this method all through my life that I have been confident. This is how I've been confident. And I'll just go in through one of the first step of the book, right? It's called, why am I drawing a blank? The first step of the book is clarity, right? And there's 4 steps to clarity, 2 types of actions, and then there's receiving results. That's my CAR method, right? So the clarity really talks about trusting in your inner desires, you know, trusting that what it is that you want to do is what you want to do. Stephanie had talked about that as a part of the beginning part of the book. And it's so true because we have these callings, or we have this knowledge or knowing that this is what we want to do, but somehow it gets stifled by life, you know? And I want people in the second part of the first chapter or the first section is to know the story around that desire, because it's a stepping stone. I need people to understand that it's a part of your story and it is meant to be there. And in addition to understanding the story, it's about knowing how to be mindful around your self-talk about that story, right? Because what I found myself doing and being complacent was not really looking at it as an opportunity, but looking at it as it didn't make any sense. I just should just be happy, right? But there was a part of that story that made me realize that what we're dealing with in life is an emotional roller coaster. And I love the analogy that I give, because we know that it could be exciting, maybe not anymore for some, but it could be exciting to go on a roller coaster. And then not so exciting when you're going down, because everything just feels like it's a race, right? But knowing how to design your emotional roller coaster is what I'm trying to help people understand, is that you're going to go through ups and downs in life. But if you know where the tracks are, if you know when it's coming, you can prepare yourself in a better state of mind to handle the ride, right? So I want to just recap that that's the first part of the section. But the second part, which is what we're diving into today, is how to stay confident. And I love what everyone was sharing earlier on how they, build their confidence in what they're doing. But for me, it's about action. Action is the true portion of how you maintain your confidence. It's not enough that I try to write a book and don't take action in order to complete it, What is that going to get me? So the second part of the book tries to talk about how your desires connect to time and being conscious about the clarity that we talked about and how it's connected to where you're spending your time. I wrote an article on LinkedIn that talks about time will tell on you. Where you're spending your time is where you're going to move forward in, right? And so at the end of this, I have a surprise to share with you guys. But the second part of the book really is to just dive into where are my actions in this thing that I'm trying to build confidence on. It's not enough to say I'm going to be an engineer and then I just stop doing the things that I was trained to do as an engineer just because others told me to be quiet, don't rock the boat. But I have to continue in that actions of what it would help me do. And I found that personal development, reading books, connecting with other like-minded people helps me stay there. In addition to connecting with others. It's the connection that it has with your actions. That's the whole part of the second part. It's just action, right? Where is your time in telling you where your action are and what are you going to do in order to build upon that action? So that's the second part of the book. And I would like to open it up for discussion for those that have read it. If you have any questions about the book, I'd love to hear your take on the book. Because, like I said, you read the book, but have you had a chance to talk about it? And so this is an opportunity for you to share at this time anything that you have gotten from the book that was a revelation or an aha moment. I would love for you to share here and obviously through an Amazon review. But I'd love to hear what you could share. Vroom, vroom. I love it. I'm looking at the chats now. Yeah, I'm sure you're good. Please unmute yourself and share any aha moments you've got, even just from today, if you may. I'm trying to go through all the chats as I look. Yes.
But Charlene, I'll just say I appreciate just hearing some more about your story and like those things that actually shape us that are really formational in who we end up becoming. And I just always think it's powerful to know what people have been through and then what people have done with what they've been through. So I just appreciated hearing a piece of your story today.
Thank you. I think it's important that people know their story and they know that the lows, the valleys of their story still has, there's some beauty, in that, because you can step out of it and become better than what you was before. And I'll have to tell you, I'm good now. They try to silence me, but I'm happy where I'm at in my engineering field. Like, I love the people I work with. I love my job, but I knew that it wasn't the only thing I wanted to do. And that's what I like about, what I'm trying to share in the book is that it's not just about being an employee or being an entrepreneur or being a mom. This fulfillment of being happy is like, it's a large perspective, which is why I have some others creatives who are experts in their area, because I may not be an expert in showing others how to be a real estate entrepreneur, but I wanted to do that. And so I did that, and it's all of what the lows that we have are part of the story. And I want to make sure that people, when they get this book, they honor that. You don't take any of it for granted. They try to, diminish my accomplishments, but they can't take away my accomplishments. You follow what I'm saying? They can't take away the fact that I've done the things that I've done and I've been through where I've been through. That accounts for something. And for us to own that gives a new meaning to where we can go and what we can do to live this limitless life. So I thank you for sharing that. Are there any others that want to share? Yes, Stephanie.
Yeah.
Please.
Yeah. You know, one of the most impactful things that I took from is like where you talk about, I realized that I'd rather spend time on things that add value to my legacy. So it's not about what you're doing for your physical, just what you're doing for your physical life in the present. It's about what you are, how you're showing up and what that does to lead other people, or to show other people, give them the license to also build from that incredible amount of self-awareness and that value and that worth. And then, so it's again, it's not just about you, it's about what you're doing for others by being intentional in your own life.
I love that, because I'll tell
Yes.
you, for both books, it's all about owning your divinity for me. That is my underlining premise for anything that I do, is to inspire people to own their divinity, own their own powers of being connected with the true source, and recognizing that that connection is a ripple effect, right?
Mhm.
If I smile, I know that I can make somebody else smile. And if they smile, they can make somebody else smile. If I strive to be a Black female engineer in a world that's not seeing a lot of Black female engineers, then they can see themselves. So it's about allowing us to see the light, not only within ourselves, but to touch that light with others so that they feel their light, and their light also gets brightened. It is, I'm gonna talk about that all day, okay, guys, because I really want people to know their power within, and I hope that that comes across in this book. So I'm excited to hear any other comments, if there are any other comments.
Charlene, and this is Dayton speaking. I'm sorry I can't be on camera with you guys tonight. One, I want to just say congratulations. Thank you again for the opportunity, and also an additional thank you for the proceeds going to Revive and Release Society. We definitely appreciate that. One thing that took me initially in the book, and I haven't finished reading the book, I will, but I have had the opportunity to go through some of it, is basically just changing your mindset and being conscious of the negativity that we produce subconsciously, such as naysaying, such as complaining, such as using the profanity. And so those were things that I had to be honest with myself, that I do daily and unintentionally do. And realizing and just reading it back, that those are things that we can work on to become better people, and to be better in articulating ourselves and expressing how we feel, and just increasing our character. And so that's what I wanted to, that was my take initially in reading the book. And I thought that was great.
Thank you so much for sharing. Thank you so much for being here, because what you said is so key for me, is that, I mean, even with just media, to me, everything is a naysayer in media, right? So we realize that we are surrounded by a lot of negativity, and that negativity can sometimes it can affect us. You know what I'm saying? It could seep into our own thought process. It could seep into our own mentality. The same way that my smile can seep into your mentality is the same way something negative can seep into your mentality. And I love what you said about being cognizant and mindful of it. I get upset, I get angry, but being aware, like Stephanie said, being aware is the key. And it's the changing point of how we can manage that naysayer mentality and break it. We're breakers right here. You know, to be able to think like that and say, okay, I've got that thought, but I'm going to change it. That's a powerful mentality. And people need to recognize that they have that kind of power. And that's the thing that I don't think most people realize, is that you too have that kind of power. It's just a mindset shift. And I always talk about this when I'm doing a talk or something like that. So thank you, Dayton, for bringing that out. I appreciate you. Are there any others? Like I said, I love talking about a book, because when you get a book, you read it and you're like, oh, okay, that was good. But what happened? What happened with the book? And I do want to do a giveaway. So who here has invited someone to come today that wasn't on my list. Elijah, who can we give the free book to? Who can we give it away to? I think it would be Daytime, but if you could just did anybody invite somebody that I don't know that wasn't here? I know Devin invited Daytime. Anybody else invited somebody that okay. All right, so Daytime, guess what? You get the free signed copy.
Thank you so much. I'm over here smiling ear to ear.
Listen, I can hear your smile. I may not see you, but I can hear your smile. So you will be getting a free signed copy of Co-Create with Confidence, how to leverage your voice and capitalize on your talent. So some of you guys know that I am also a speaker, right? And so the next steps for me is to get this into the colleges as well as organizations. And if you know anyone else that is looking for speakers, I'd love for you to share with me, or I would like to share with you my latest demo reel. Are y'all ready to see my latest demo reel of my speaker reel? This is just done by my assistant. I'm so excited. If y'all ready to see this reel, drop reel in the chat. Drop reel in the chat if you're ready to see this reel. If you're ready to see this reel, drop. It's only 3 minutes, okay? It's 3 minutes. If you're ready to see this reel, because I'm ready to see it. Y'all gonna be the first ones to see this reel because I'm gonna share it with others so they understand the message behind this book and behind the person sharing the message. So Elijah, without further ado, could you please share the reel? I'm seeing reels in the chat and I don't want to see the reel. Oh, this is the reel.
Do what makes sense, but you gotta know what makes sense for you. You gotta hear yourself. What is your voice saying that is your talent? What is your voice saying that this is what you should be doing? And that'll make it'll make it easier for you to be able to carry that. Sometimes I might think something is going to take so long, it's going to just take me too long. I can't do it. And then when I go to do it, it's only 5-10 minutes. Anyone ever experienced that? Sometimes we put so much on the task that we don't realize the time to do it is so much less.
Oh, y'all give it up for Elijah, okay? Because Elijah did a good job, okay? Elijah did a good job. Y'all right, Elijah, you did that. Elijah, you did it. Thank you so much for sharing your talents with me, Elijah, on putting that together. I'm seeing people saying they love it. It's amazing. Great work. And yes, Devin was there. He introed me for this conference, and it was a phenomenal conference. I'll just share with you with student leaders across the nation that go to different universities, and it was just an honor to be a part of that opportunity. And I want, like Stephanie said, is for people to know it from the beginning, especially before they get into the workforce, because I wasn't prepared. I really wasn't knowing what I was going to be stepping into. And I want people to know that no matter what you step into, when you stand on what is true to you, and you trust on your inner desires, and you trust in what is given to you, and you trust in the stories, okay? You trust in the stories. They're repetitive for a reason. And it's for you to walk out with a story that can inspire someone else. So like I said, excited. 7 days, 90 day book launch. I've got an amazing group of people supporting me, and I am thankful for you guys to share your time with me tonight. I don't want to take up much more of your time. It is late on the East Coast and early on the West. So I really just want to thank you so much for being a part of this. And I ask that if anything you do, write an Amazon review. You like that? I like how it sounds. I'm going to say it again, and then Elijah put it in the chat. If anything you do, put an Amazon review for me, and share this message so that we can get it out, especially to the college students getting ready to exit and enter the workforce, and to those that just have lost their life and need to get re-energized for mental resilience. So I thank you. I'm open for questions if there aren't any, and I'll just be here for another 10 minutes or so, and then we'll shut it down. So again, thank you guys. I'm open to hear anything. Check if you have anything to say. I didn't hear you, but I'm thankful that you're here. I've known Ncheka forever. Ncheka, if you could come off speakerphone and tell the people about yourself. Go on, girl, please, if you could. Okay, I guess not. I'm gonna give you a minute, Ncheka. No? Okay.
Where Charlene, while she gets set up, I just want to say thank you again. And then I also just want to leave the group with something that I read and came across not too long ago. And I've kind of been, moving forward with it, which is if you had $86,400 in your account and someone stole $10 from you, you could probably be upset, but you wouldn't throw the remaining $86,390 away in hopes of getting back that $10. You would just move forward. And so in a 24-hour period, there's 86,400 seconds in each day. And so let's not throw away the 10 seconds that may have made us upset or changed our mental capacity for that moment. And remember that we have 86,390 seconds left to do something great and conquer today. And so I just want to leave everybody with that, and thank everybody again. I'm so happy to have been a part of this, and yeah, guys, look me up.
Awesome. Thank you for sharing that. Love that. Love it.
Charlene, my sister, you know I love you to death. My brother always got to finish on a bang. I know he do. But again, from the Revive and Relief Society, thank you. You're a queen in your own nature. We respect you. We wish you the best. And if you ever need us for anything, you call upon us for anything. You hear me?
Thank you so much. And y'all keep going. I know y'all gonna have y'all opening just now. I can't wait to hear about it. So keep me in the loop. Keep me in the loop. Let's spread this light.
All we waiting on is the state to quit playing. We just need them to go ahead and just acknowledge us real quick so we can go ahead and just take off, because it's time to go.
Yes. Stephanie, I can't thank you enough. I want to let you guys know she has an awesome podcast called Empowered Conversation that I was honored to be a part of. Please check out her podcast. And I believe LaKendra does lives as well. So just want to put that out there. In addition to the digital swag bag, you can find these people on Facebook and Instagram. So yes. Thank you guys so much. That sounds like it's a wrap. I want to thank you again from my heart. Please, if there's anything you do, leave an Amazon review, and let's stay in touch and continue to share the light. Take care, guys. Have a good night.